So we talked about, where's that little guy? Come on over here. Come here. We talked about a strike zone. And you've heard about the black and the plate, right? Where's that ball? Do we have a hard ball or we have just a soft ball? Okay, so a ball that's right here. Is it a strike or a ball? It's off the white plate. Is it a strike or a ball? It's a strike. It's on the black of the plate. So home plate consists of the white and the black. It's the contrast, same thing. Okay, so you got some guys that come in, if he's a lefty pitcher, and his ball's moving, this little guy right here is back here. Okay, he's here in the back of the box. Take a look at his knee. His knee is right here. So literally, this ball can come in at an angle across the plate, right here at his knee, right here, just tip this black of the plate, and it's going to be a strike. To everybody in the world, that's a ball. Jeff can tell you a lot about that because he does a lot of green leaguers. Some of these guys, this is a big guy compared to those other kids in green. Their kneecap might be 6 inches off the floor. If the ball comes in at a loop and passes his back kneecap, and the corner of the plate, is the catcher going to catch it on the ground or in the air? Probably he's going to catch it on the ground. And what's the coach going to say? Blue, he caught it on the ground, right? You can't be influenced by that. You got to know the strike zone. Know the kid's kneecap is 3.5 inches off the floor, and you got to make it ball from the seat. Again, stay consistent. So we try to do, we don't want to do nose to toes, right? We want to do shoulders or letters to the knees, okay? It's not the major league strike zone. Don't come out here with a sheet of paper beside strike zone. You will work for many hours. Okay, open the strike zone up. Remember, the coach can see up and down, so you don't want to be loose with that. But a pitch comes in, maybe a righty pitcher, where the ball is on the plate most of the way, and maybe winds up a little bit off the plate, a little bit, you might want to make that a strike call. Again, stay within the whole game. Be fair for both pitchers. Okay, so let's talk about positioning behind the catcher. A lot of times, especially in green, and not really in blue, but in green, and some in blue, the catcher is afraid to be close to the plate. And he's going to want to set up far back here. Okay? If he's already in a crouch position, what we're doing, it's very hard to move him. For him to move up, unless he's really athletic, what does he have to do? He has to stand up and move up, and then sit back down. That process right there took how many seconds? 6 seconds. I know I'm being a little too much here to think about it. 6 seconds. Now the ball goes, he's a terrible catcher, and now the ball's on the backside. So what is he gonna have to do? He's gonna stand up, go get the ball, throw it back to the pitcher who misses the ball. Now he comes back to this position, 12 feet behind the plate, and crouches again. Now we gotta stand him up again. Come on, we gotta get closer. Right? Now we get closer, 6 seconds. That's 12 seconds. Now this happens 32 times each half an inning. 32 times 6 seconds. 32. Come on, you gotta be smart. Hey, stand up. Here's one way that I do it. Come on back. As I have my bubble, right? We all have our bubbles. And I wanted to bring one this year. I remember last year and I forgot to bring one. As he's crouching, I'm still teaching. As he's crouching, you push him. Just push him. Right here, start crouching. It automatically, come on, do it again. Just go ahead, do it natural, start crouching. As he's crouching, he knows I'm pushing him up. But what's gonna happen is when you have that bubble, you see that he's way back here, don't spend the time trying to get him to move up. Actually, as he goes to crouch, you push that bubble into his back. As he's going down, you get right into the right position. Let's get him back.
Real quick, too. In addressing your first time up, you're going to be doing a lot of green games. In these green games, because remember, you guys are kind of master ceremonies. You're in charge of that game. You need to encourage this catcher to make a big throw back to the pitcher. You're gonna have balls rolling around the whole time. If you say nothing, they will not change. They will not change. You need to encourage them not only to quickly get the ball, but to make a big throw back there. One of the coaches will say, well, I'll go stand back. No, we don't have any coaches back there. The catcher's got to catch, and he's got to make the throw. You will lose so much time if you don't manage that. I'm just telling you now.
And you know, and also be, I don't want to say the word aggressive, but you know, to get on the catcher. Come on, man, go get that.
Encourage him. Encourage him.
Hey, man, you should have had that. That was right there. You know, a lot of times, sometimes I don't even know how it happens, right? The ball's right over the plate. Somehow it misses the catchers and it clumps you right in the trachea, right? You don't even know how did that even happen. Dude, catch that ball. That was right over the plate. How did you miss that? Come on, man. Come on, you can do better. And the next one, when he catches it, hey, that's what I'm talking about. Good job. You have this kind of this dialogue with the catchers all the time. I mean, they could be your friend or your enemy, right? They can make you game quicker or make you game slower. All right. Okay. Anything else on that? Let me see anything. All right. Why don't you do me a favor? Just grab the bat. Nothing's going to happen right now. Just get into the box. You'll be a righty hitter for me. So your positioning is always inside the catcher and the batter when you're in position. Now, basically, none of us can be in a crouch position all the time. At your age, you might be able to do it, but it doesn't last that long. So basically, we get the catcher in position, we got the pitcher, he's got the ball, and he's ready to pitch. So we're gonna say, okay, go ahead. I always spread my legs a little bit, right? I got my bubble, and I'll tell the pitcher, okay, pitch, don't pitch it. And then I get down, I'm gonna get into your batting position. He's not gonna pitch anymore. And then I'm gonna get into this position here. I try to put my chin the height of the top of his helmet. For green division, sometimes that's tough because they're really far down. I try not to get my eyes below about a few inches above his head, but it's always from the inside. If you try to watch it from outside, you cannot see the inside of the plate. You think you can, but you can't. Okay? So you always want to be inside the catcher and the batter. Okay, here we go. So he's going to come down. Go ahead, you're going to come here. Go ahead, pitch the ball. So he's here, and you're going to make a call. Strike! Now, when you guys are in this position, it's important to have some sort of cadence. You want to have a cadence. You don't want to call it different every time. Some guys say strike one, or strike two, or strike three. I think conventional thinking is you don't put a number on it. Is that right, Matt?
Yeah, don't say a number.
Yeah, you don't say a number. You don't say strike one, strike two. Some of you might not have a long attention span. You might not be able to remember. So you have to say a number. That's why you have your clicker. Click your clicker and you make your call. Okay? Here we go. Give him the ball back. Okay. Same thing. Throw a ball this time, but don't go too crazy. Don't hurt me. Here we go. Ball. Now, again, some guys they want to make themselves part of the game. A lot of times, you would actually pause for a second, half a second. Ball. Don't even move your body. Go ahead, do it again. Don't even move your body. He's coming up. He's pitching the ball, and I'm getting down in position, and I'm waiting. One second. I don't start to crouch until he starts his motion. Again, I can crouch, but if I'm down there for 30 seconds or a minute each time, believe me, your thighs and your knees are not going to be able to do it. So I basically stay up here. When he starts his motion is when I go down. It was a strike, but I'm going to just wait. Ball. Just make your ball call, okay? 1 and 1, 2 and 1, 2 and 2. Full. We don't do full count, right? We don't do full count, we just say full.
3-2.
So you say 3-2?
The reason why, guys, you don't say full, anyone know why? Huh? Think about this. Full count means what? 3-2. 3 strikes, 2 balls. What's the matter? He's out. That's full. Coach, come out. You said full. 3 strikes, 2 balls. That's full count. Think about it. But your count is what? 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Right.
So coach never, that's why we don't say full. It's 3 balls, 2 strikes. Say the count, how many you have, each hand. Comes up, show it, show the pitcher. Hey boss, you got 3 and 2. Let him know what he has.
Okay, again, it's important that you convey the information to the coaches when they ask for it, but even sometimes when they don't ask for it. Like Matt just said, let the pitcher know the count. You got a 2 and 2 count. A lot of times, I always, and I think Matt does as well, when there's a pitcher's conference and the coach talks to the pitcher, when it's bringing the ball back in, I'll tell the pitcher. Or a new guy on the mound, he comes out in the middle of the count. All right, buddy, you got a 2-2 count right now. There's 1 out. I'll tell the pitcher. And for me, as I told you guys, I always get caught up in the game. Don't feel bad for 1 second that you have to look at that clicker. I rely on that clicker. Because when I'm umpiring a game, I'm also a coach. So I'm seeing things, I'm thinking about the game. I get caught up in the game, and I forget the count. I gotta look at my clicker. If it wasn't for my clicker, I would have lost. Okay? All right, here we go. We do it again. Starts his motion. Strike. Now, I just jumped. That's one thing. I will tell you guys. I make it my point when I'm an umpire that I say to myself, I am going to bear down no matter what. I am not going to move. It's easy to flinch. And when you're doing the older kids, when you start doing majors plus, the ball starts to move pretty quick. Okay? Now, if you have a catcher that you don't trust, okay, you're going to start to get a little, what's the Eli word? Skittish. You're going to start to get a little skittish, right? Understandably, you don't want to get caught in the body, certain parts of the body with a catcher that doesn't know how to catch the ball. But you got to try and bear it back. An umpire that's jumping back, it's impossible to make a ball or strike call. If you're jumping back, it's impossible to make that call. Okay? And it could be very many times that split second. It takes less than a second, and literally less than a second average for the ball to reach from the mound to home. Less than a second in Little League. Think about that. So that half a second, if you're doing this, how are you possibly going to be able to see the ball strike? All right, do we have any of the tryout balls? Is that lucky here somewhere? Can we get the life flight balls? Yeah, no, we don't want the crossbow. All right, so what I'm going to have you guys do is, I'm going to have this guy stand in, we're going to put a helmet on him, and I'm going to give you the life flight ball, so even if you get hit, it's not going to hurt. All right? Yeah. All right, so it's going to take a little bit of time, maybe about 15 minutes, but I want everybody to come through and do 2 calls, okay? So let's get the first guy up behind. The first guy, this is the line here now. And when you're done, you're going to go up into the bleachers and have a seat, okay? We're going to, no, you're not going to.